Welcome to Paralytic Activities Podcast, your one-stop shop for all things creepy, kooky, weird and spooky, all done with an ale or two.
There you go. Thank you, Nicholas Stepani, for that little intro there.
What's happened to Nick Stepani, John? I ain't seen him for a bit again.
I don't know, Neil. I don't know. Maybe you should get on the old interweb and have a butcher's.
Well, he was on a lot, and now he ain't.
Well, I don't know, Neil. I don't know, unless you ask.
Just wondering.
We're just wondering. We're concerned, aren't we?
Yes.
You know what I mean? We love our Nick, don't we? We love our Nick. Anyway, welcome to Paralytic Activities Podcast, episode 19, Neil.
19.
We're nearly at the big 20.
Is that the Paul? Is the Paul Oldcastle?
It's easy for you to say.
Paul Oldcastle.
Come on, Norman Collier.
Is this the Paul Oldcastle thing?
Well, you might as well start stuttering, but you can't get your words out anyway. No, episode 19. In Arkwright.
God, that was hard work.
Anyway, Neil, episode 19. Tonight we discuss ghost toys, Neil.
Oh.
We're gonna have a little discussion about ghost toys in Para Not Normal. Luke the Riddler Walker is back with a cryptid factor. We have another paranormal ale from Cafe of the Metro.
Yes.
We've got a new section coming up, Neil. A new section,
Oh.
yeah. So hopefully, I've told him because he did contact me. He's going to send me a message, like a welcome message, and say, thanks for having him on the show.
Yeah.
It's going to be our new friend Alid Moulder, and he's going to be in the future tell us all about like famous alien encounters in the TOURETTE'S files, because you got a bit of Tourette, you know what I mean? So
Tourette's files.
the TOURETTE'S files.
Tourette's.
Is in X Files.
Oh, Tourette's. Well, I'll get you.
Tourette's files, not T-Rex files. I ain't talking about dinosaurs now.
Not bowling.
Yeah. We've also got a new horror film in a Flick the Screen, a new horror film in a nutshell. Orange as another tale in Orange Spills the Juice. And that will be your bloody lot tonight, people. I can tell you that. What about that then, Neil? What a show.
John, it's going to have to be a quick show. It's -5 in here.
It's -4, Neil. I've just checked. Yeah. Even the radiator's frozen, people. It's that bloody cold. Anyway, Neil, it's time for a paranormal ale. Neil, what have we got and where have we got it from?
Right. All the way from Bilston.
Good old Bilston.
In the West Midlands.
In the West Midlands.
The best bottle shop, bar, music venue, Cobbs, everything, John. Cafe of the Metro.
Neil, just say it's your favourite in the world.
Favourite in the world.
Yeah.
And Estelle, she insults me there, but it don't matter. Anyway, we have got today Brewdog Neon Dream.
Oh,
A tropical wheat beer, John.
yes, nice.
If you can't beat the system, just go with the flow.
Have some of that.
Right, and it is 4.6. Sorry, I got my glasses. 4.5% on the old Richter scale.
And Neil, can I just stop you there? Why did you say I haven't got my glasses? You never wear glasses.
I know, but John,
you need glasses.
John, my eyes are going, man.
You're like Clarence.
I don't want to wear.
If anybody remembers Clarence from the 80s, probably a few people.
I do wear glasses when I'm doing my scratch cards and that. When I need to look up close, because I look up close because blurred, you see, and I look like rolling out of Grange Hill. But anyway, back to the beer.
More like Pogo Patterson, if you ask me.
Shut up, Dick Splat.
Come on, Pogo, get on
Anyway,
with it.
Brewdog Neon Dream, 4.5% from Cafe Metro in Bilston.
Pour it then, Neil,
I'm gonna pour it now.
and give us a little rating
I'll
on
tell
the
you
old
what,
ale scale.
I ain't got to worry about it being cold because she's screaming as it comes out the can. Right. John.
Yes.
Sounds like tangerines.
Oh,
Tangerines.
well, have a sip. Give us a rating, kid.
That is my kind of beer.
Woohoo! The Neon Dream.
That is really, really nice. I've never
Beautiful.
tried this. I've never tried this before.
I have no idea now.
John,
It's tropical.
that is beautiful.
Bit like a Kiora alcoholic.
That makes it better.
What's that?
Always bloody cold, John.
Yeah.
It's always cold.
Neil, give us a rating on the old ale scale, pal.
I'm going to give that a 4.4 out of 5, John.
Beautiful. That's a good score, that.
It's a very good
It's a good
score.
score. But people, look what we got here. I've even got an ale from Cafe Metro myself. It is Vocation, and I think it's Jane Wilding's favourite ale, Neil.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be drinking it in the crush hour. Ooh, you send me. It's crush ale every day, hazy pale from Vocation. And it is 4.6%. Let's have a little butchers of this. Sounds fantastic. Woohoo! Have some of that. Let's give it a little swig. Not a bad drop. Not a bad drop indeed.
That is.
Yeah, it's all right. There's not many flavours going on, to be fair. But you know, I'll still be happy with it. But you know, I'm just going to cut it short because there's not really much flavour in this one, to be honest. 3.2.
John, you're very noisy in your score.
3.2 out of 5.
3.2.
3.2. I'm glad I've got a little chaser and a firecracker next to me just to give it a bit of body.
No,
you know
you've got a cracker next to you. You know what I mean?
Are you the cracker name? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on with today's show. We got the beers. Let's crack on with tonight's episode. Neil, what have you been up to this week?
You don't want to know what I've been up to, Johnny boy?
Well, I did. That's why I asked, you see. That's why I asked.
Well, what have I been up to, John?
I don't know. I asked you.
Well, I went out last week. I went to the West Brom match last week, John.
Boo.
By myself.
I know.
Just the one ticket, please. Yeah, by myself. And then after that, I come in. You've done a crap meal, didn't you? Of a chicken tikka, yeah?
I did, yeah.
Crap.
Beautiful.
But we went to the Red Lion for a nice Indian
That was
meal.
nice, what a kid.
That was on the...
Can't beat a few blue moons and a bit of Desi Tandoor.
No, that was on the Friday night.
Yeah.
But on the Sunday, what did we do, Johnny boy?
We was on the radio, Neil, but it's a recorded episode of Ghost Stories on Black Country FM, Neil.
With Ian Idios.
Ian Idios. And, you know, he's not Idios, Neil, but
No,
he's definitely got a face for radio.
Don't need for that, John.
He's a sound bloke. Do you know what? We've got so much in common. Horror films, ghost stories, rock music, you know, I mean, the list endless.
You know what?
And we both got faces for radio.
He's the type of person who you could talk to all night.
All night, Neil.
About anything.
All night.
And I love people like that.
He loves his ghost stories, Neil, and he loves his horrors.
And he loves his music. He's the lead singer of a rock band.
I think he likes a nice little tidy ale as well.
Yeah, he's the lead singer of a rock band, eh?
Yeah. And talking of rock bands, we went to the Robin 2 Club for the Arctic Monkeys tribute. Neil, what was it called?
They were called Arctic Roll.
Arctic Roll. Have some of that.
It was, yeah.
That was brilliant, though, wasn't it?
Oh, there was. I swear to God.
That was absolutely bloody brilliant.
He had one of him here at the start of the night there.
What was that?
In Mardy Bum here.
That's funny, Neil.
Oh, cheers, thank you.
Anyway, we got the beers. We've done our little entrance. Let's crack on with tonight's episode. And we're going to start, Neil, with a para not normal. It's our little paranormal. Well, we say it's a rant, but it's not. It's just we like to have a bit of a debate and a bit of banter about things within the paranormal field. And tonight we are going to be talking about ghost toys. And what I mean by that, you know, a lot of people like to use ITC within the paranormal field when they're out investigating. Neil, tell me what ITC stands for, or tell everybody else who's listening what ITC stands for.
International Technical Conundrum.
Actually, that's not bad. You're miles off, to be fair.
Oh.
It's an instrumental trans communication.
Oh, okay.
That's what it stands for, Neil. And do you know how I know?
Go on.
Because I wrote it down.
Yeah.
That's why I wrote it down. And what I mean by that is like voice recorders, spirit boxes, even the SLS, Echo Vox, whatever you want, Alex boxes, and everyone's favourite, bloody cat balls, Neil. Do you know what I mean? That is what they class as kind of ITC. But it's ghost toys, what I had a little chat with you about, Neil. Bloody ghost toys. Now, everyone uses all different kinds of investigating tools. You know, each to their own. Yeah. Everything's an experiment at the end of the day, isn't it, Neil?
See, I love all of the strip lights and all that, I do.
Neil, we ain't on about where you go on a Friday night. You know what I mean? Down Angels in West Brom. We ain't on about that. We're on about ITC when you're ghost busting.
Oh.
So anyway, I want to talk about the ghost toys. For example, Boo Bears, Neil. People who carry out teddy bears with with cat balls in their hands to try and make them flash. For me, not for me. Can't stand shit like that. Not a bloody chance. What are your thoughts about the old Boo Bears? Which is basically, it's a teddy bear made into a kind of a REM body thing with some cheap cat balls from Pets at Home.
John, it's not my cup of tea. When I go to build a bear, I don't put a toy in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is very true.
John, I build my own bear and I put it on my sideboard in my bedroom.
Actually, looking at you tonight, Neil, you look like you've been dressed in Build-A-Bear.
Yes.
And things like dolls, Neil. People use dolls to try and get a bit like to get children ghosts and things like that.
Which is understandable.
It's understandable,
Put
but
2 and 2 together. You know what I mean?
it's not for me, like you say. Each to their own. But these other things that are coming out now, Neil. Robots, not robots in disguise. Nothing like that. Not robot wars, but people are using robots, Neil.
Right.
So what are your thoughts?
Are they taking the metal Mickey or what?
That's you're on fire tonight, kid.
Oh, cheers, thank
I wish you was. You wouldn't be cold then, would you? You know what I mean?
I'm gonna have this firecracker. I hope.
So ghost hunting robots. What do they do? What do they do? Well, I'm going to tell you now what they do. Ghost hunting robot will move in a direction depending on if there is motion in that direction. For example, if you wave your hand in front of it, it will detect that motion and move in that direction. This makes a great and fun way to communicate with paranormal entities and ghosts. Me personally, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. If I had a room 101, they'll be straight in there, Neil. Can you believe people are using toys to communicate with ghosts? Go back to the way we used to, Neil. Know what I mean? Use the old-fashioned methods, your eyes, your ears, your feelings. Not a bloody robot with 3 AAAs in it. What's all that about?
They're trying too hard, John.
I don't think they're trying hard enough.
Well,
that's the problem. You're not going to get a robot picking up a spook, are you? Let's be honest.
Well, no, you ain't really. I don't know. I don't know, John.
Do you know, you can't put anything as in the no section, can you?
No,
because
no
one knows. No one knows if ghosts exist, Neil. No one does. That's why we're skeptical and we sit on more fences than a bloody crow. Do you know what I mean? But for me, no. If any of our team turned up to an investigation with a frigging toy, get out now, get out, my pub. I'd go Peggy Mitchell on their ass. I'm not having it, Neil.
That's like it. We go with Palkins there. next time we go on an investigation.
Anyway, Neil, talking of like ghosts, I'd like to say I'm not having none of them kind of things. You know what I mean? ITC, yeah, voice recorder, spirit box, that kind of stuff. You know, REM pods, yeah, fair enough. But I'm not going to be carrying a doll or a teddy bear. I'm not going to go into an haunted place with damp and mould everywhere, freezing with cobwebs hanging off your fizzog, with a bastard teddy bear under my arm. What's all that about?
You're serious? I'd laugh my tits off if I seen you sitting there with the doll.
Can you imagine that?
It's just standing there now. Sure, that's what it is.
We went to this one place before, mentioning no names. I'm not mentioning the place either. But someone was pushing a doll in a pushchair, singing Ring a Ring of Roses. What the hell's going on? That was more scary, watching that in the dark, than actually seeing a full-blown apparition float and walk through the wall.
John, you know the worst thing about it? When we had a break and I walked into the tea room and he's sitting there changing his nappy. I don't know what to say.
What the doll was changing his guy's nappy or the other way around. You know, you can't be too careful these days. You know, you're always play trick though. You're always doing play tricks. You know, Neil, the reason I brought up this ghost toys and this little paranormal rant, like I say, anybody who wants to use that, that's fine. That's fine. You carry on because you never know. You probably do get some results, but it's just not for us, isn't it? Neil?
No.
At the end of the day, each to their own. Each to their own. But the reason I bought it because I've invented my own.
Oh, I saw you there.
No, I've invented my own ghost toys, Neil.
Go on then.
I've invented a buckaroo.
Right.
It's called the Buckaboo.
Right.
So all you do, you pile all your stuff onto its saddle, and entice a ghost or a spirit or entity to go near it, and buckaroo. Away you go, have some of that.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be like rope, pickaxes, and everything flying everywhere, Neil. That'll put the shiver me timbers up, you wouldn't it?
No, bad idea.
Do you know what I mean?
Wow, Buckaboo, that's a new one.
What about this one then, Neil?
Here we go.
Back in the old days, people used to dangle like bells off doors and that to see if they rang on their own.
Yeah, like chimes, isn't it?
Chimes and stuff like hanging and bells and what have you. How about getting a Stretch Armstrong? Tie him to one side of the door and then at the other side of the door, and if a spirit comes through, it pushes the stretch over and pushes the spirit back. Boing, like somewhere off a Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote. Do you know what I mean? That'd be good. That would, Neil.
It would, yeah.
Also, how about everybody remember the pie face game?
Yeah.
Imagine having a pie sat up in a game, and a spirit goes close to it, looking at it. What the bloody hell is this here? What's this? All of a sudden, a pie splats an invisible ghost in his face, and all you see is this cream running off.
Yeah, a bit like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, but in ghost form.
Yeah, a bad idea.
That'd be really, imagine seeing that. That'd be great, wouldn't it? It'd be funny as well.
If I see you then, Smith's Toys.
Well, I'd carry on screaming.
Saturday.
I'm going to be selling these at the next Parameet, Neil. What are you about? But my favourite, Neil, which
you got another one?
Yeah. It would be a great trigger object. It makes noises and it lights up.
I know what it is.
Operation.
Oh, we're going to have a simple song, isn't it?
Now, operation. Have an operation in the middle of in the room and entice the ghost to go near this patient, especially in an hospital, Neil.
Yeah.
That'd be absolutely perfect. For operation in the middle of a derelict hospital, let's see if you can get any ghost nurses or ghost doctors to go and do an operation on this very small patient.
Yeah. Bad idea.
I'm telling you, next Parameet, I'm going to have a ghost toy stall.
Smith's?
Yeah, well, Smith's. It's already took that, Neil. Smith's Toy Store is already took. So there you go. So that's our little kind of rant on ghost toy. I hope you enjoyed that, Neil. We've got to keep it short and sweet, bit like me, because we've got loads to get through, Neil. Loads to get through. So our next little section is, well, it's only a section, Neil, because I forgot to mention this. A good friend, Ailey Summergill, on our last episode, she obviously said she loved the episode, as per normal, but she says, John, on your next podcast, I would like you pair to review a film, and it's called Teeth. Neil, what's it about?
Oh, it's about, well, I ain't seen it. It's just I've read about it. A woman's minge.
What?
Has got teeth in it, John.
What?
Yeah.
Neil, I can't believe you've just said minge.
I don't give a shit. What else you want to say?
Oh, no.
Cunt.
Neil!
I'm just saying.
You can't say the C word. That's blasphemous. Do you know, Seth Constantine can hear you now.
Anyway.
He would not be happy with what's just come out of your gob.
A woman's bloomer, right, has got a set of teeth in it. John?
You mean a vagina?
That's
a fanny?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got teeth in it, so, you know. What's all that? Who invents these kind of films?
I've not got a clue, John.
You'd still have a go, though, wouldn't you, Neil?
Oh, take it now.
You could have sex and a blowy at the same time. Sounds like a bloody good night to me. You know what I mean? But on that bombshell right there. Huh?
Has he not, John?
Oh, no, yeah. On that bombshell
But
right
I've
there,
been
Neil.
filled in a few times.
On that bombshell right there, Neil. We are going to go straight on with the cryptid factor. Our good friend, our cryptid expert, all the way from West Bromwich, Luke the Riddler Walker, has run his mind and his eyes over tonight's cryptid, Neil. It's called the Capolobo.
Capolobo.
The Capolobo. Sounds like a song from the 80s, doesn't it?
Go down in
Capolobo.
Capolobo.
Yeah. So let's have a listen to what he's got to say, Neil. Check it away, Riddler.
All right, me mans. Welcome back to the Cryptid Factor. Now, because I'm off to Brazil to meet the Capolobo, which is half mon, half anteater. But unlike a werewolf, once they've changed, they all change back. I'm stuck. These things have got non-impenetrable skin, rock hard. They've got a shaggy coat of black fur, and a snout that is similar to an anteater's or a pig's. And they're hairy and very ugly. Rarely, it's described as having a single eye or one leg. And he's got a foul stink and shrill screams. He's ever been to Warsaw? Now, these things prefer to eat dogs, cats, and goats. If they can manage to capture a human, they'll grab them tight and suck the brains out through the top of the skull. Oh my god. It's like, what's that film? Starship Troopers? The big things. It's said that they can only be killed by a blow to the eye or to the navel. Was that any blow? Like, bit of a shit animal, isn't he? He was blowing on his belly. That's weird. It could be real. If werewolves are real, then why call things be real? I think. Let us know.
So there you go, Neil. The Riddler's opinion on the Capolobo, Neil. What are your thoughts?
I can't see that being real, John.
Well, Luke's just said he's a cryptid expert, Neil.
I know he's a cryptid expert, but
Yeah.
has he ever seen one?
And he likes his lycanthropes.
What?
His lycanthropes, Neil. His lycanthropes, Neil. Oh! Werewolves are lycanthropes, Neil.
Yeah.
That's what they're called.
Oh.
Yeah. If you watch the start of American Werewolf in London, it will say, made by lycanthrope films.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
Neil.
don't know.
Yeah, so what do you think about the Capolobo? You're eating people's brains and like running around on one leg. Old Stumpy.
Well, a lot of people around here to be safe, wouldn't they?
What's that then?
I've got no brains, have they, John?
This is very true.
Yeah.
You're searching for
He's got
ages.
one leg.
Yeah.
He'd been older off Scotch, would he?
Imagine if he's running after you and he gets stuck in quicksand.
I know, yeah.
That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
You know the first thing I do, John?
What?
I put the alky on. He'd be knackered, wouldn't he?
He would.
He's on his back.
Yeah, so the Capolobo is a mythical creature from Brazilian mythology, Neil. And especially in the states of Marahua, the Amazonas, and the Para. Neil, so there you go. Capolobo is a fusion of it in what's that say, Neil? It's a Brazilian word. Let's just leave it at that. So it meaning broken bone, and the Portuguese word lobo meaning wolf, Neil. That's where it's half wolf, half anteater.
Right.
Yeah, so he's got a body of a wolf, like a humanoid form, or an animal form, like a tapir. I know you've looked like a tapir, but more like an anteater, Neil. That's what it is. And he loves to eat puppies and kittens.
God.
And he likes to suck the brains out of people. And he likes to hop around on one bloody leg. What a cryptid he is.
John, you won't be. I don't think I'll be scared of him.
But if your door knocks anytime this week, people, and it's not the postcode lottery, and the Capolobo is standing there, don't hesitate. Blow on his navel, shits him right up. He's off, up and down your path.
Right.
Gone.
I'll swipe his leg.
All right, Mr. Miyagi. Cheers, Luke. Thanks for that. Another great cryptid,
Yeah,
Neil.
that was.
Another fantastic cryptid.
I like that one.
Do you know what, Neil? I forgot to tell you. People. Now, people who have been listening to this podcast, when we used to do our old live Facebook one, I used to do a little section where I've got a book, Neil.
You got a book, what?
Called The Halloweeners. The Halloweeners. You can buy it on Amazon, $7.99. Halloweeners and the Ringmaster's Curse. I've had loads of reviews through the years from all famous people, living and dead, because our spirit guide Ed, he gets the the reviews from the other side. Neil, that's what he does. So Neil, breaking news. I've had another review this week.
Yeah,
I've had another review, Neil, this week. I have, and it's only from the 80s mod legend. From Quadrophenia, Phil Daniels, Neil.
Seriously?
Phil Daniels from EastEnders.
Yeah.
And Quadrophenia, Neil.
Yeah.
And he's actually, Neil, do you want to read out the review? Do you want to read out the review?
Go on, then.
Well, actually, I'm going to sing it, Neil.
Go on, then.
Because I think he meant me to sing it.
Okay.
The Halloween is a preference for the fictional voyeur of what is known as
Book life.
And morning scoops can be avoided if you take a route in dark waters as what is known as
Book life.
John wrote a horror classic but gets intimidated by the zombie pigeons. They love a bit of him.
Book life.
Who hasn't got this book? You should cut down on your party life and get some reading done.
Book life.
Oh, the people. So many. But do you know what, Neil? Phil Daniels sent me.
Oh, wow.
He did, Neil. I'm not making it up.
You got more chance of Paul Daniels sending you one, John?
I'd like that, but not a lot. So, yeah, Neil, Phil Daniels from Quadrophenia and EastEnders, Neil, sent me a review on the old book. How quality is that, Neil?
That's brilliant, John.
How quality is that? So, Neil, we're just going to take a little break. People, we're just going to take a little break because have a have a little firecracker break, Neil. That's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to put on a bit of carb DM, and then we'll be back in a couple of seconds. You know what I mean? I might get one of Paul Daniels next week.
I know. I'm a bit ready like that. Oh,
I can't believe you came out with that. It'll be
have you ever been caught short?
As in like touching cloth.
I'm embarrassed to say, so I'm gonna tell you. I went to Morrison's the other day. I had a Morrison's, but it was all I was doing on the car park. All right. Well,
Could be worse.
There's a church next door, like, you know.
Next to Morrison's.
Yeah.
Fair play.
In Brolly Hill.
Yeah.
And I was there for 2 hours, John.
2 hours?
Bloody hours behind this church.
So why did it take so long?
Have you ever tried wiping your eyes confetti? Have you?
No, I haven't, but I probably wouldn't give it a go.
John, I mean, bloody nightmare. I'm telling you.
That is disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I am ashamed of myself, John.
Especially when confetti's biodegradable now.
I wouldn't mind. I'd just throw it over the bride.
You look at it while rice.
I know.
Yeah, we need to get back.
Oh, sorry.
So there you go, people. Welcome back.
Yeah.
We had to have a little break there because my throat was going to be dry and I'm freezing cold, so I had to put the heating on. But we're back, Neil. We're back, and we're back with. Have a guess what, Neil?
What we're back with, John?
It's time for a orange spills.
Oh no!
Orange spills the juice. Now, if anybody who knows our orange here, is one of the most unluckiest and clumsiest people in the world. Is that clumsy? I saw him get tangled in a cordless phone. Yeah, how you manage that, I'll never know. So
Easy
Neil, orange spills the juice. What true tale have you got for us tonight, pal?
This is the chicken tikka disaster.
Oh, Jesus.
I went to a local kebab shop, John.
Yeah, nice.
I'm not going to name it Plek Chippy. Right. I don't care, John.
Yeah,
don't care.
Don't name it.
I don't care, John.
Don't name Plek Chippy.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, I've walked in. As I've walked in, the bloke behind the counter was picking his nose.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, God, here we go. I can't turn back out now, you know what I mean? Anyway, I goes, can I have a chicken tikka and a naan bread? He goes, we do naan bread fresh here, fresh. You have to be 10 minutes. Well, yeah, no problem. So he gets his bread, John.
Yeah.
This dough in a ball. And he has to, like, spin it on his finger. The one that he's just picking his snot box with. He was like one of the Island Globe snotters. Whoosh! John, it's flying in the air and landing back on his finger.
Right. Jesus Christ.
I thought to myself,
Paul Daniels will have him on the show.
I asked for a mint nan. There's all green bits, you know where that come from? Off his snot box.
All right.
Right. So I'm there thinking, oh, God, it's about £8. Anyway, you got the
£8?
Yeah.
What year was this?
You know, John, anyway, you got the chicken tikka, put it on the grill. Yeah, cooking away. But as my chicken tikka is on the grill, it's bad enough spinning the man bread with his snotty finger, right? There's a chap standing on the grill. And you know the chute that catches all the crap, the big metal thing above? He's cleaning that with a duster.
Jesus Christ.
So as he's cleaning it...
What another naan bread was he?
All the chicken, all the dust and the crap's landing on my chicken. I was grilling on the grill.
Just sprinkles. It's just
sprinkles.
Just sprinkles. Flavouring, that is.
Do you want any mint sauce with that? Oh, wait.
Is he Jamaican?
Yeah. Come on, then. Anyway, he wrapped it up and he never even thought nothing of it, John.
How was he?
He was all right. He's a bit lumpy, like, you know what I mean?
So when he had this bogey wrapped on his fingers, spinning your naan bread, what was a SNEEZEMENANS?
It was a SNEEZEMENANS. John, you know me, I'm very polite.
Yeah. You're too polite for your own good.
A lot of people would have said to me.
Even left a tip.
Did you?
There's £1 for yourself, mate.
You know, but yeah, it was like one of them, and I'll never ever forget it, and I will never go back there again, John. Ever.
Neil, do you know Anyway, great story, by the way. Great story.
Thank you.
Neil, do you remember we was talking about ghost toys? Yeah. It all reminded me of like a song from the 80s, Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was called Toys, obviously. Living Doll. Doll's a toy, yeah.
Yeah.
By the young ones, Neil. By the
Yeah.
young ones. And I was looking about it. 'Cause, you know, we used to love the young ones, don't we? Fantastic. You know, Aid Edmondson, Rick Mail, rest in peace.
Oh, what a bloke.
Have some of that. Alexis Sale.
Yeah.
You know. Neil, I've got a little fact about the young ones. When Alexis Sale went on tour, right?
Yeah.
His rider, which is his drink of choice, was for a bottle of vodka, a bottle of orange juice, and a bottle of Perrier water. He'd immediately pour the Perrier water down the sink and use the bottle to mix the vodka and the orange juice, and that's his drink for the night. Have some of that.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like to let yourself.
And obviously, when they was doing the young ones, Neil, right? They used to use special effects, don't they? Yeah.
You're telling me that rat one real?
No, it's a special effect, Neil. It's a special effect. All the way from Rick Baker. He done young ones and went on to do American Werewolf. when Aid Edmondson, who was Vivian,
Yeah.
he beat into a brick.
Yeah.
It was actually a Roy Vita filled with like popping candy or a balloon what burst.
Yeah.
That was the special effects. But one special effects went wrong, Neil. There's a scene where Rick Mail goes near the cooker and it explodes in his face. Well, he got severely burnt from that, Neil. And I'll tell you why. The special effects team filled it with explosives, then went off to lunch and went to the pub, Neil.
Seriously.
When they came back, they'd forgotten they'd already done that job. So they filled it up again. So they put double in.
Oh,
So
no.
when Rick went near it, bosha, up it went in flames and burnt Rick Mail. But, you know, you only captured in the show. You know, a few of the frames were captured later, Neil.
Oh dear.
How brilliant, that.
That's great.
I love like facts like that, you know. I mean, I like to
Uh-huh.
introduce songs into the show a little bit more, you know what I mean? Because we do
Yeah.
the paranormal, we do movies, we do cryptids. So
We do music as well, John.
we do music as well, Neil. Talking of music, Neil, a good friend of mine, he's set us up with this other guy.
Who's that then?
Well, I haven't met him yet, Neil, but he's called Alid Moulder.
Oh, Mulder.
Alid Moulder. He's the long-distant Welsh cousin of Fox Mulder from the X-Files.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he wants to get involved in the show because he's an alien expert, Neil. And he's going to tell us about all the famous alien encounters through the years.
I met him. I did over Christmas.
Did you?
Yeah. We sat at the bar and some Mulder wine.
Ooh.
Anyway, go on.
So, Neil, I'm waiting for a message from him. Perfect timing, Neil. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Yeah, he's on the phone now, Neil. He's just leaving us a message.
Jesus Christ, you're coming with all the gadgets, eh?
I come in peace. No, it's his intro music, Neil. It's his intro music.
How is it? Yeah.
Do you know what? People, how did we do the show, Neil? With all these special effects and that in this bar.
It's just...
It's amazing. It's natural amazing.
We wasted talent, John.
I'm telling you.
Wasted talent.
I'm telling you. So anyway, Neil, this is the welcome message from Alid Moulder, the far distant cousin, the Welsh cousin of Fox Mulder from the X-Files. And he's going to be doing a show for us called the Tourette'S Files, Neil, because he's got slight Tourette's, Neil, that's why. But he loves his aliens.
Oh, right.
Do you know what I mean? I said, you know what, we'll give him a chance.
Go on, then.
It can't be much worse than you're swearing tonight.
What I've done tonight. I apologise for that.
Can you apologise properly, please?
I'm sorry, Apollo. I hope you know it was your segment. I didn't mean to come out with that filthy word, and I do apologise.
I'm going to wash his mouth out with soap later. That's because he had a chicken tikka from Black Chippy an hour ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, Neil, let's see what he's got to say.
Hello, my name is Alid Moulder. Yes, that's right. My knobhead of a cousin is over there in America on the X-Files. Fox Mulder. Lovely man. No, he's not. He's a fucking idiot. Now, one thing you know about me is I've got a little bit of Tourette's. Now, occasionally I might get a little bit sweary, and it's not my fault, so don't bloody argue about it. I'm going to be doing a little bit of UFO hunting for the paralytic activities. Thank you very much, boys. Now, my section is going to be called The Tourette's files. No, don't laugh, you cheeky bugger. Fucking asshole. Aliens is what I liked, and aliens is what I was going to talk about. All right, I'll fucking probe you right in the bottom. So coming next week is going to be the Tourette's files. All right. See you later.
Oh, and that nice.
It sounded like a bloody nice bloke.
It sounds fantastic to me. Do you know what? One thing we've never done on this show, Neil.
What is Tourette's?
No, aliens. We've never done it. You know, and aliens are paranormal. You know, because people, right? He's choking on his SNEEZEMENANS as we talk, people.
Jeez, couldn't have the wrong hole.
I've heard that before and all. Yeah, so we've never talked about aliens. And you know, I talked to someone the other day. We were talking about ghosts,
yeah,
and apparitions and that. And he said, "What if the apparitions are aliens, Neil, from another far distant planet?"
You just don't know, do you?
You don't know, Neil, projecting themselves on our planet. Excuse me, and just winding back up.
Sorry, that just went down the wrong way.
That's okay. That's okay. So you never know, do you? You never know, Neil. And then, Neil, talking about aliens.
Oh, I know what's going on.
One of my favourite artists, all the way from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and maybe a bit in the old noughties as well, was David Bowie, Neil.
Oh, John, David Bowie. You know what?
David Bowie and the Spiders from Mars was all about like space and stuff. You know what I mean?
My mate used to do a tribute to David Bowie, right? He did.
Go on then.
And he was a carpenter, John, by trade. And he used to call himself Ziggy Sawdust. Honestly,
I know, Neil. I knew him.
Yeah,
one of the carpenters. One of David Bowie's most famous songs was called Starman in 1969.
Yeah.
Starman tells a story of teenagers who hear Ziggy's message about alien beings who are waiting in the sky, Neil. And that prompted me to look up David Bowie. See if I could find.
No, then.
No, I don't want to look up David Bowie.
David Bowie. Here he is.
No,
next to that spider.
I was thinking about something totally different.
Oh,
because you know he's been with men and women. You know what I mean? I don't want to look up David Bowie.
Oh.
You know what you're going to find?
What did he do for both sides?
Wouldn't you? No, wouldn't you? No,
Wouldn't you?
No. What I mean is, without a doubt, he must have done. I mean, look at him. Well, look at him now, but back in the day, definitely.
Oh, I don't know.
I reckon he did. I don't think he cared. I think he was open about it as well.
Yeah, he was.
So anyway, I found this really obscure fact. I love David Bowie, by the way. No, offence taken there, David, if you can hear me.
I'm Neil back around watching this.
I doubt it. Anyway, I found this fact, Neil. 4 years after his Ziggy Stardust period, David Bowie became the Thin White Duke. That was his next kind of character.
The Thin White
That's
Duke.
what he called himself. It was during this period that he struggled with both drug and emotional problems. In David Buckley's book, Strange Fascination, David Bowie, The Definitive Story, the author wrote that by 1975, Bowie was living a cocooned existence, disconnected from the real world. He was apparently just on a diet of peppers and milk, and exhibited some really, truly strange behaviours, like keeping his bottled piss in the refrigerator so no other wizard could use it to enchant him.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, so basically, he went in a hermit state, and he went like really, really thin, and he was obviously on drugs, obviously, but he just lived on milk and peppers.
He lived on milk and peppers.
He drank milk and ate peppers.
Well, peppers are hot and milk just cool.
No, you probably had the bell peppers near they hot and they're sweet.
I don't know. I don't know what peppers you got, John. I never heard a shopping list.
Well, you wouldn't need a shopping list. Look in his fridge. Peppers,
bottles,
milk,
piss.
and bottles of piss.
What would you have bottles of piss?
I don't know, because he thought that wizards were going to extract it from him and enchant him. He was fucked up, Neil.
Jesus
This is why he was a legend. You know, they all say, you know, people are, you know, are magnificent, are weird. You know, there's method with madness, aren't there? You know what I mean? David Bowie was a genius, even though he kept his piss at a nice temperature. I mean, personally, I would have put it in the windowsill and kept it at room temperature. You're more likely a wizard ain't going to come. You know what I mean?
I don't know, what did he do with these bottles of piss, John?
He probably drank it, Neil. I don't know. You know what? If he was skint, he could sell it on the internet.
Oh,
That's what he could do.
tell you
He
what,
could sell it on the internet, Neil.
get a fortune for it. Bottle of piss going once, 10 million. Bottle of twist going twice.
Bottle of Twiss.
Piss. John, the wood, man. People would buy it.
They would.
Simple as that.
They would, Neil. Neil, it's time for my favourite section. It's time for Flick the Screen. And Neil, I know you love a milkshake, so get your choppers round this. So, Neil, have you watched any good horror films recently?
No.
At all?
No. I'm by myself, John.
So what? You can still watch horror films, Neil.
John,
Don't be scared. They're
I
under
ain't
the
scared. I
sheets.
don't enjoy them enough when I am with somebody.
You should watch Salem's Lot, Neil. That was your favourite when you was a kid.
No, thank you, John.
He slept with my mum and dad for like 15 years after that. Wouldn't mind, he was 10 when he watched it.
John, there's no need for that. No need. Reading rumours like that about me.
Just saying. So yeah, it's Flip the Screen, my little movie section, Neil. And we like to do this little this section called Guess the Horror Shit Title, Neil. So I'm going to give you a name of a horror film, very obscure. Not many people have probably seen it. I haven't even seen it. But I guarantee you haven't seen it.
I ain't seen it.
But I know what it's about.
I don't know what it is, though.
Yeah, so Neil, all I want you to do is listen to the name of this title of this horror film and just tell me what's it about. What's it about? The film in question is called The Seventh Curse. Neil, what's it about?
The Seventh Curse.
The seventh, not the sixth or the eighth. The seventh.
Stop it. Right.
What's it about?
Is it a film about 6 curses that weren't so bad, but the 7th curse is a killer? No.
Neil, you ain't that far off, to be fair. You ain't that far off.
Seriously?
Yeah. You're not that far off. And I'll tell you why. This is the storyline to The Seventh Curse. A young, heroic doctor in the jungles of Thailand attempts to rescue a beautiful girl from being sacrificed to the worm tribe. She belongs to the worm tribe. She's going to be sacrificed. As a result, the doctor is damned with 7 blood curses. The curses, the blood bursts through the leg, and when the seventh curse bursts, you will die. But Betsy, the beauty, is saved. It stops the curse with an antidote that lasts only 1 year. So he heads back to Thailand to find a permanent cure. Action ensues as the doctor and cohorts battle an evil sorcerer of the worm tribe, a hideous, bloodthirsty baby-like creature called the Old Ancestor, a skeleton with glowing blue eyes that transforms into a monster that is a cross between a Rodan and an alien.
Right.
I don't even know what a Rodan is, Neil. I know what an alien is because we've just been talking with Alex Moulder about it.
Yeah.
But that is what The Seventh Curse is about. Put it on your list. It's a Japanese film.
So is it in? It's John. Has it got subtitles?
Yeah.
God's sake!
It's a good job because you don't know Japanese.
Why don't you watch some horror films with me then, John?
You don't, what do you mean?
Loads I have seen that are very famous, John.
Neil, I would love to sit there and actually keep you enthralled off your betting sites for more than an hour.
Oh, shut up!
Or swinging a pillow around your head. Or shaking your leg. Do you know what?
Myself, John.
Neil, not if you're around mine watching a film because you've got the attention span of a goldfish.
Oh, here we go.
Yes,
Surf
people.
comes out when he's had a firecracker, people.
It's true. Neil, have you got the attention span of a goldfish?
No.
You have.
Well, why have I?
You always have, Neil. You always have. So we need to get on, Neil. We need to get on. We're nearly at the end of the show, people. Nearly at the end of the show. It is time for In a Nutshell. Neil, tonight is one of your favourite films. One of your favourite films, Neil.
He said, I don't like horror film, this, that, and the other, all this crap.
Yeah, but you watched this in the 80s?
No. Yeah, it was 80s.
80s, Neil, yeah. Return of the Living Dead.
Ah,
I'm going to attempt to do Return of the Living Dead in a nutshell, Neil.
go for it.
Now, Return of the Living Dead, people, if you've watched it, great. If you haven't, you need to bloody watch it because it's a comedy horror from 1985 and it is bloody fantastic. It's funny, it's scary, it's gory, it's just everything, ain't it?
Yeah,
it's
just
everything.
brilliant.
And I'm going to tell you now what it's about in a nutshell. And it goes something like this. At the Unida Medical Supply, Foreman Frank tried to impress new employee Freddie by showing him military drums of toxic gas called trioxin. Frank karate chops the drum, unleashing the gas straight into their faces. The gas reaches a cadaver, which comes to life and attacks Fred, Frank, and now Bert, the boss, who has joined the party. They chop up the cadaver and take the pieces to the local mortuary for Ernie to burn. Hold up. Bert? Ernie? Bert and Ernie? What is this fucking Sesame Street? I never thought of that, did you, kid? Never thought of that. Anyway.
And there's a big bird in it.
I don't know where the Cookie Monster was. He must have been in the bin somewhere. Anyway, he burns the still wriggling cadaver pieces in the incinerator. The smoke, which is now toxic, goes over to the cemetery where Freddy's friends are messing about. And one of them strips down to a bush. She's bald as a dolphin's nose. That's what she is. Rain pours down. Now mixed with toxic smoke, reanimating all the corpses. Brains! Brains! Brains. Back at Unidi Medical Supply, Ernie and Freddie now are clinically dead. But they're still talking. Neil, why they're still talking? I'll tell you. They are now the undead.
Yeah.
Now, Freddie's friends, well, the ones that survived, head towards the mortuary. Zombies everywhere. Police, medics, ambulance crew all get swallowed up by the hungry horde. Ernie cremates himself. Freddie attacks his friends. Brains! Brains! Not faggots, Neil. Bert finds a phone number on the side of the drum. He rings it. The military send over a nuclear bomb. Everything's destroyed. Fire, smoke, and gas. Heads up to the clouds. Rain pours down. And again, the dead are reanimated again. And so the cycle continues. Do you want a party?
Yeah.
Do you want a party? Roll credits.
Tell you what.
That is Return of the Living Dead in a ruddy nutshell, Neil.
You need to return them in Dead 2 now, John.
I think I might.
That Michael Jackson is just wasted.
It is. It's fantastic. Neil, a little fact. In the actual film, the back of Freddy's jacket says, fuck you. Fuck you. But since the filmmakers know the Return of the Living Dead would have life being played on the TV, they couldn't have that jacket. So O'Bannon, who directed the film, stated that every scene with Freddy's jacket was reshot for the TV version with a jacket that hilariously said television version.
Ah.
How cool is that?
I look facts like that.
Yeah. Whether it be Halloween decorations or parodies of zombies, there is almost a zombie groaning out, brains, brains, from Return of the Living Dead. They started it. The funny thing is that zombies never fed on brains until Return of the Living Dead. George A. Romero's zombies just ate and tore people apart in some famously gnarly kills across his franchise, while O'Bannon's zombies were the first to go right for the brain. Now, Tarman in the film practically made it into an iconic line when he emerges from the drum of trioxin. So there you bloody go, people. Like I said before, if you haven't watched Return of the Living Dead, it's a cult classic. The music's fantastic. The music's great.
And that bass fit, yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy. And she gets down to everything, takes everything off now, apart from her fame socks.
Yeah.
What was them fame socks called now? Leg warmers.
Oh, yeah, leg warmers.
Get a pair of leg warmers on, dancing on top of a grave.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's fantasy, really, eh?
I'm going to live forever. No, she died because you got killed there.
You got killed straight away. But they went for the neck. I would have gone for someone else. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you.
Do you know what I mean? Oh,
have some brains. I'm having the milk.
Anyway, Neil, episode 19 is DUN done. What a cracking episode. We've had Luke the Riddler Walker. Alex Moulder has joined. Don't forget Seth Constantine still in the background somewhere. Yep. Deadhead's on a break. It's till Christmas in the netherworld. And Neil, the podcast is just building
Yeah.
and building and building.
And
and
Orange
building.
Builder Juice, Flick the Screen,
Paranormal
Ale. Every other podcast have more sections than a Terry Chocolate Orange.
None, Neil. None. That's why we're original, Neil. That's why we're original.
Yeah.
Anyway, Neil, I was going to say any last words, but I think you've just covered that.
I have, yeah. You know, anybody who's been listening, got this far, thank you very much.
You'll differ us.
I really appreciate everything. And I apologise again to old Ali Summergirl.
Dirty boy.
And with a teeth, 4 sets of gnashes in a tashes, whatever you want to call it, John.
Crunch.
Crunch.
I apologise once again for
Yeah.
Neil. But anyway,
No.
if you've got this far, please tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell anybody you want. Share the podcast if you can. That'd be bloody fantastic. And we'll give you some shout outs. That's all we can really say. Do you know what I mean? You'll do for us. I can tell you that.
You're damn right.
So, Neil, ready for the last words?
Go on.
You ain't got a drink. As
No.
per normal.
A little stubby can.
Hold that. Every time. So here we go. To all you alien twitchers out there, you cryptid stalkers, you ghost catchers, and you horror junkies, if you bloody lot are out investigating this weekend and you don't get any spirits, just do what we do, Neil. Tell them what we do.
We drink them instead.
We drink them instead.
What I do.
See you in 2, people. See you in 2.
Bless you.